It's the 22nd of December. It's cold, it's snowy, and we are in Hallowell at Tennyson Street. This is the mill, and I'm with Michael, who actually owns the building here, and we're going to have a look inside because you've seen some funny goings on. Is that right?
Yeah. There's quite a few people seeing a few things. Several people seen what we've seen, so there is a connection there.
Okay, we're going to go in and we're going to see what we can find. We're in the old substation here at Tennyson Street, and David, are you sensing anything yet?
I am, yeah. Immediately as I walk into this area, I'm aware of a gentleman that's coming through who is actually spirit side of life. He's just making me aware that he would have actually passed in this area, and I actually feel as though, I know we're in a substation and there's electrical things here, but I do feel as though that's the way he would have passed. He has made his presence aware to people, and it's more startled people than anything. I want to give the name of Jack.
We're down in the cellars in Tennyson Street Mill, and there seems to be a lot of activity here. We've already had the door that slammed on us as we walked through, but both myself and David have been picking stuff up. I picked up, as we were coming down the steps, a fire at some stage, and I felt this panic that I wanted to get out. So I do feel that there's been a fire down here, and there were people that didn't manage to get out. And of course, this would have been the old cotton mill as well. So what are you picking up, David?
Likewise, I picked up exactly the same as you. It felt as though I was struggling to breathe. Yeah. There was difficulty there. There was, people who did pass in a fire here.
4 weeks ago, a gentleman who obviously has a unit on here, he come late down at, I think it was 8 o'clock, give me a phone and said he's called for the fire brigade, which obviously there were 2 fire engines when I got here because he thought the place was on fire. He'd opened the room and it was all like mist. So that's all I can say. I know it sounds rather strange. The explanation they could only give, because they said it come from the drains, but there was no smells, no odours, and nothing.
Okay, we're here on Deansgate in a very, very cold night it is. It's freezing, isn't it? But we're stood outside here. This is Sweeten's bookshop. You might remember that many years ago this was actually the King's Arms. And with me we've got Al, who's actually the owner of the bookshop. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Have you ever sensed anything, any strange goings on in your little place?
I haven't, but my wife thinks she has, but
right.
I can't say I have.
Okay, but you do have people that have worked here as well that have sensed things that have happened?
Yes.
Okay. What are you actually picking up tonight?
The first thing you pick up in the building is the age. It seems to have a lot of age and a lot of character connected to the building. Also a lot of change, a lot of physical change has happened with inside. On a spiritual level, there does seem to be a presence of a lady. I know she's quite an elderly lady also, and it does feel as if she lost her life or that she passed over to the spirit world in these premises as well, and it also feels as if this was her own doing as well, as if she took her own life or passed over to the spirit world by her own choice.
I'm actually aware of a gentleman who connects in with the building, and we're going right back here. I do feel as though it goes back to the days where it was actually a pub, and this gentleman would have been here. He would have actually, I feel as though he would have resided here, he would have lived here, been the landlord, you know what I mean, and worked here also. And he would have been here when he passed as well. He would have passed in this building. That's what I feel from this.
We've all just entered into the cellar. It's one very small room, literally around, how long we say it is, about 14 feet long, by about 6 to 8 feet wide, so it's just a small dark room in the cellar. There is another area which hasn't been explored yet, even by the owners, but we'll certainly send one or all of us into that area shortly. So David, do you pick anything up in here?
Other than the fact, again, this gentleman who works here, that's the only thing I can feel from it. It feels actually quite calm down here.
It does. It
feels quite calm. It's not busy. It's very calm, very relaxed. It's almost like it wasn't a hive of activity. They would just come down here to perhaps put the barrels in or whatever it is they put in the cellars when it was a pub, and it just seems very, very calm.
That book that you lost that I found, and it was just because I was like laughing, wasn't it? Because of Mary, and they said Mary's found it as
that
got
Mary. This lady who comes in called Mary, and she's very spiritual. And she's done a signing here because she's an author as well, and we had her picture in the back, and we'd looked. This was a book I'd sold on the internet, panic-stricken because I couldn't find it to send it out, and we literally looked for it for 3
We
or 4
ransacked the
days.
shop.
We were everywhere, and then Al just went in the back. We'd put Mary's picture in the back, and he just went in, and the book was there,
Just on the shelf.
just like there again, you know.
I just looked
It's
at
just
it.
a little girl play. They do that. It's 22nd of December. It's 11 o'clock at night. What on earth are we doing here? It's freezing cold. This is the Dovecocker Inn at Cholly Road, Bolton. And with me is Joanne, who's going to be showing us round the ghost tour tonight. Yes. How are you feeling about this?
Very sceptical.
Yeah.
But
Good.
Very interested.
This is the first tour of the Dovecocker Inn cellar, and we're just looking through each room to see which is the best location for our seance, and there are 12 individual cellars down here. It is a spirit voice. It can be hard to pick up when you're not used to EVP, but it says Helen. It's a female voice. When you ask the question, are there any spirit children here? The voice is Helen. It's very husky. You'll get it when I play it a couple of times.
The only thing I know is the pub was built round a workhouse, and they had to build the pub round it. They couldn't knock the workhouse down. They had to build the pub around it for reasons, licensing reasons. I don't honestly know.
Yeah. We had a gentleman in the cellar that said his name was Jim, and he told us that we asked for a year and he said 1900. Would that go in with the pub?
Definitely. 1901.
Okay, so shall we all begin by putting... Is it just one finger that we put on?
Yeah,
just
it's
very,
one,
very
one or
lightly.
two.
You're not putting
Very,
any
very-
weight at all.
Barely even touching
Yeah.
this plate.
Yeah.
And it's moving at quite some
Whoa.
speed.
Here we go again. Everybody nice and gentle. That's it.
Please take your time.
Yeah.
Work nice and slowly for us, and please spell out your
That's
name nice and clear for me. It's like Joe.
Does anybody know you here, Joe? Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah.
a yes, isn't it? That's a Y-E-S.
Yeah,
a
it
yes.
is, yes.
Yeah. I can't see it.
What does I don't know about you guys?
It could be. It looks like
No, it's hello.
It is. It's hello.
It's hello.
It's
Hello.
Yeah. Hello to you too.
Hello. Thank you.
We'll try and help you to find your mum.
Do you want to find your mum?
We're going to do some table tilting now. For anybody that's novice to this, what happens is similar to what we were doing with the planchette, where we're just literally putting our fingers very lightly on top of it. It does take some time sometimes, doesn't it, to do, but what will happen is eventually it will start to move slightly.
Any spirit people who are present with us at this moment, please feel free to link with us, channel that energy through ourselves, through our fingertips into this table, and please show us you are here physically by moving the table for us.
Whoa, yeah. Oh, quite active. Did you see that then? It just whizzed right round from under our fingers. So cold.
It's getting much colder.
Yeah. Whoa. We can get away. There we go. Whoa. You see what I mean?
That was pretty...
Thank you.
That was impressive. You
No.
couldn't keep up with that, man,
No,
could
you see, no, you understand.
You could barely keep up with that.
It's the 23rd of December. 2 days ago it was winter solstice, and tomorrow is Christmas Eve, and we are here in the Watermillock on Crompton Way, and we're going to have a look round. We're going to investigate, and with us is a full team of our psychics are all here, and David Holt, who's one of our street psychics, is with us as well, and Jane. Do you want to give us a tour round?
Absolutely. When we're on the middle floor at the moment, we will go through to what is now used as the restaurant area, which is active. Several spirits have been seen there and photographed as well. So if the crew would like to follow us through.
I do feel as though there's a spirit energy that's with me. Okay. And being made aware of a gentleman that's coming close to me, and he would have actually lost one of his legs. He would have had it amputated, and it's right up near the hip here. He is a military gentleman as he comes through, because he's making me aware of his uniform. He would have had medals and he would have served.